A former Dorset Police Constable, PC Robert Hopper, is another one who would have been sacked had he not already resigned from the force following a misconduct hearing last week. Hopper is another one of those special kind of constables who likes to prey on vulnerable women that they meet through the course of their duties. Hopper is said to have formed an inappropriate relationship with a woman who was the victim of domestic abuse and allegedly admitted to sending confidential information to people outside the force. The misconduct hearing was held on Thursday, June the 9th at Dorset Police Headquarters in Winfrith before Chief of Police Scott Chilton to consider the allegations that former police officer Robert Hopper failed to fulfil the standards of professional conduct of conduct, confidentiality, authority, respect and courtesy, orders and instructions, and honesty and integrity. Go on, Hopper, full house. Hopper was caught out after the force's anti-corruption unit are said to have received information about his inappropriate activities. On January the 11th this year, former PC Hopper attended a volunteer interview and admitted to having formed an unprofessional relationship with the woman, which violates Dorset Police's policies and procedures. He also admitted to knowingly sending 2 emails containing material related to police matters to someone outside of the organisation. The force referred the matter to the IOPC, who then took over the case as an independent investigation. Hopper was found to have breached the standards of professional behaviour to the level of gross misconduct and, as said, would have been dismissed without notice, for all that that's worth, and has also been placed on the College of Policing's barred list. Dorset Police Deputy Chief Constable Sam DeRaya said, former PC Hopper abused his position of trust to form an inappropriate and unprofessional relationship with a domestic abuse victim whom he had met through his duty as a police officer. This is unacceptable and goes against the oath of a police officer to protect and serve the public and the code of ethics which all members of the service must abide by. Oath of the police officer? I bet you don't even remember the words yourself, DeRaya. Our officers have a duty to adhere to the highest standards of professionalism and integrity at all times. The public expects and deserves to have confidence and trust in the police force. The outcome of this case sends a clear message to our agents, staff and the public that we will not tolerate this type of behaviour and that solid investigations will be conducted to anyone suspected of misconduct. If you have any concerns about any member of an organisation who has not complied with professional conduct standards, we encourage you to report it to your nearest rug for sweeping under. We encourage you to report your concerns to the Dorset Police so that they can be thoroughly investigated. IOPC Regional Director David Ford said cases such as these have a real potential to impact on public confidence in the police. At the outset of their service, it is made clear to officers that it is unacceptable to have or seek inappropriate and unprofessional contact with members of the public who they deal with through their professional duties. Hold on. It's made clear to officers that it is unacceptable to have or seek inappropriate or unprofessional contact with members of the public who they deal with through their professional duties. But yet so many of them still do. And the worst most of them will get is a dismissal after they've already resigned. I mean, how does this punish them? How do police learn from these offences when they're not even really held accountable for them by allowing them to simply resign before dismissing them? It's a fucking joke.